say they care while polluting the air. Google, never heard of it, hosted a star-studded environmental conference in Italy this week to talk about saving the planet. Ironic, since every time you search something on Google, it emits 0.2 grams of CO2. Is that interesting? And if you search for porn and watch it online, that generates more CO2 than Belgium does. Talk about a waste. But enough about Belgium. Scheduled to attend this thing where Prince Harry, don't know him, Katy Perry, who's she, Leo DiCaprio, whatever, and some guy named President Obama. Italian press report that about 114 private jets were flying in attendees. Others arrived by yacht. Neither vehicle is very energy efficient. So in other words, hundreds of thousands of kilos of CO2 were emitted into the atmosphere for this, to schlep super rich people who would never fly commercial halfway around the world to discuss the biggest threat to Mother Earth, the cow fart. Ridiculous! There's an easy way to cut emissions in half. Just cut the cars in half, like my Uncle Sal does. Yep. You know, Tyrus, if I were to bet on climate change being solved and people giving up Google searches or porn, I would not vote for the climate change.
No, I would probably wear some sunglasses and some slicks and hoodies and lots of sunblock kids, because they're not giving that up.
No.
We can always go to Mars, right?
Yes.
Mars would be cool. We're not giving it up. No, this is real.
Bad.
You know, I'm sorry, man. You do know what show this is, who the host is.
Is there a more efficient way of saving the planet than this?
Yeah, well, actually being about it would probably be a good idea. See, there's more to going to a ball or festival, sit around and talk about what we could do and take lots of photos and lots of social media stuff and have a meeting.
Yeah.
But it's not like they're leaving there with windmills and generators to hand out to the masses.
Yeah.
They're literally going to show off, and they put a little green tree on the bottom of it, and it was like, oh, my people are so great, they care about the environment. And then they leave the place they went trashed.
Yes.
Like, so it's just it's hypocritical. If you really were about the environment, you all would have came together. You would have showed the sacrifices that even we, the celebrities, will make to make our planet better. And maybe people like Greg and myself wouldn't sit there and go, right, bruh.
Yeah.
Literally, it's just to show off, and it sounds good. It's a feel-good moment, and you're probably going to get a couple thousand likes if you post right.
Yeah, you get free gifts. Kat, you know what? If they cared, why not hold that meeting down the road from Google, like in Cupertino or San Bruno? Don't go to Italy.
Right. See, I like the environment.
Do you?
Yeah, I think doing things to make the environment healthier is good. I like that. What I don't like, as Tyrus brought up, is hypocrisy, right? Mm-hmm. You want to hold an event to try to combat climate change? Great. Step one, make sure your event does not contribute to climate change, right? Like, this is like holding an anti-cancer benefit at a Marlboro factory and like making everyone smoke a pack before they're allowed in. That's about as much sense as this makes.
That's good. What about you, Emily? I think this celebrities coded this stuff because they get to be around other celebrities, which makes them feel better, and it's an easy way to feel compassionate and relevant.
Well, yeah, because these are people who have every material thing that they could ever want, and they're like desperately seeking some sense of moral fulfillment. Mm-hmm. Had they like walked backpack and taken rowboats to this thing, we could take it more seriously. Yeah. But no, of course, like look at the Green New Deal. It's going to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars per American household. Mm-hmm. And they're just like, hanging out in Sicily with their yachts and their private I mean, that is like, it's funny, but it's also kind of disgusting when you think about it.
This is how revolutions start, when you see people like telling you have to do this, but we're immune to it.
It's the Politburo mentality, but the person that I have not heard from in all of this, where's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez?
Ah, yeah.
I mean, if she has her way with the Green New Deal, they will have to take rowboats. Mm-hmm. And I don't think
she wants the rowboats.
And I don't see Leonardo DiCaprio doing the Ben-Hur row well 41.
Unless there's 3 19-year-old Scandinavian models in the boat.
I didn't go there. You did.
You always have to be clear.
Yes, you have to. But you know what? I mean, you could really affect climate change if you shut down Google, and because you think about that's like I think if they did the research, each search is like boiling a kettle, something like that. I mean, and think about all the searches. If you got rid of that, and then if you banned private jets, and yachts, what kind of effect that would have? Would they support that? They probably wouldn't.
No,
No,
and they won't go to sleep.
No, because that's really racist of you to ask.
Also, by the way, you need at least 4 Scandinavian models to row a boat.
Yeah.
3 isn't possible.
No,
That is a known fact.
It's true.
Everybody
It's true.
knows that.
You know, it's true. Climate change is racist. There we go. I wanted to combine both stories.
Put it together. Racist goes to anything.
Yeah,
It really does. It's like the color black. Literally.
it goes with everything. Even that's racist.
Yeah, it is, but it is. Anyone have a black shirt on? Any color doesn't go with it? Thank you. Racist.
Yes.